Good evening, everyone. So this is the last week of 2021, and I guess everyone are in profits this year. If you're not, you'll be. So try to find out why you're not in profits, even after this big moves that happened in this year. So now, what are we looking at here? Today we are going to talk about Bank Nifty, the whole move that happened, and its patterns that we are able to identify for the next move. So if you look at Bank Nifty, this is the trend line that's been holding as as a support for the past what last December. From last December, this is the line started from this point. That is absolutely 9. Ignore it. So now you can clearly see here that it has a pattern going on. If you notice the same kind of pattern. So let me draw that pattern to you. There you go. And then a fall, whatever the other small movements are, and a hedge kind of thing. And from here, move, downfall, and then a move. And then you see this sort of N shape and then closing here. The same thing here, say fall, raise, fall, and then a move. This is a bigger move, I should say. I should take this whole move as the same pattern. This is what it is. And now a fall and then raise and then fall and then closing at this point. So what do you see? What do you see here? You should notice that we are able to identify a pattern. We are able to identify a pattern here. What sort of pattern is this? What are the confluences that we can go through with this pattern? This is something you need to understand. This is something you need to think of and look for the patterns and its moments. So let's take this up. Okay. So now you know the pattern that I'm talking about. There you can see there is a gap down and 2 days the price sustained here. Okay, let me show you this in a weekly time frame. In a weekly time frame, if you notice gap down, 2 weeks it sustained below this level, gap down, the same level 2 weeks ago, and like before gap down 2 weeks ago, the low is not reached. 2 weeks ago low is not reached, and a gap down below that 2 weeks like the 2 weeks ago low is being reached, and a gap down happened and then opened below the level. The same thing happened here. This area is not able to be breached, and then a gap down happened and it sustained at this level for about 2 weeks, and the same thing happened here this day today. Now if you notice, what I'm expecting next is that the market will gap up on Monday. I'm not talking about tomorrow and Friday. I'm talking about Monday. Remember this. On Monday, if you see a gap up opening, okay, at this level, I'm changing the time frame to 1 hour so that you guys can understand. See, if a gap up happens at this level, this is the level. You can note the level down. That is 35,617, 35,349. This is the level. It should open above this or somewhere around, and it should sustain above this level for any up move to resume, or a reversal trade of up move. That's when we can consider the market has reversed and it is about to move up. And on another note, there is another scenario here. If you want to notice, I will show you. So on a daily time frame, you can see that we are about to have see this. This is a weekly time frame. Now, what do you call this? So this is what I'm expecting. this sort of move. No, this is the pattern. This is the pattern that I'm expecting for the next, couple of months. So how do we do that? How do we identify this one? So now use a simple Fibonacci. Use a simple Fibonacci. Now let's take this low, or probably we need to take this low to be honest, but let's take the low from here. Let's take this low. Retraced around 786 retracement. Again, let's take this low. It's like between 618 and 786. 618. This is 618. So now let's go for an extension. It's not rocket science, guys. Market is about simple analysis. Don't try to make it complicated. See, our first target 1.272, and what about this one? Somewhere around 1.272. This is what I'm expecting. This is what I'm expecting. 1.272. The least target will be the least target after, if at all it crosses 0.618, our target will be 44,140. That's for sure. And later on we'll see as per the trend goes, how it goes, and all the stuff, if at all it goes. There is another possibility as well that you need to consider. This being once again, this being like this, there is a possibility that it might head up to this point and fall. What do you see here? What are you able to see here? I can see a head and shoulders pattern. There is a possibility of that pattern as well. So this is weekly, guys. I'm talking about weekly. So once you get into daily, there are other patterns. There are other patterns. First, you need to know, what you need to know is that you need to identify the higher time frame pattern when you're trying to analyze the whole year move. Okay. So what did we see? We saw a simple pattern, simple Fibonacci retracements. We saw a possible price action pattern of head and shoulders in weekly, which might form. And now in a daily time frame, we know that we have this sort of pattern running around here. And now once we see a market opening at this level, all we are expecting is a retracement. First, we are expecting a retracement for this one, that is somewhere around this area. The first one is 37. 37 is this 968. Just give me a second. Let me change the numbers. Size. Okay. The first one is 37,927. This is the one that we are expecting initially, but we have a resistance here. So somewhere at this level, we might expect a little bit of resistance. And then once 0.618 is breached, we can expect 786, or else, price moving up and up. So this is the first retracement area that we are expecting. So draw a rectangular box in this area. Draw a rectangular box in this area. You don't need up to there. All you need is until Jan 14th. That's all. Maximum of Jan ending. So we have identified our levels now. Now go back to 1 hour. So in 1 hour, what is your target? In 1 hour, the first thing is, what can you see? What can you see in 1 hour? What I can see in 1 hour is may not be perfect. 37,178 is what I see. 37,178. So let's take this one. This is the high actually. So it is. This one is 36,855. Somewhere around close to 36,900. This is what I see. This is what I see in 1 hour time frame. So now if you see a gap up and sustaining, what is your target? Your target is 36,900. This is something you need to keep an eye on. 37,900 is your target. Mark somewhere around 36,855, 900. That's more. It's just for an analysis. So this will be your target. So now you know what you need to do. Remember these areas. And this is for tomorrow, guys. Now we'll come down to 15 minutes. So this is for tomorrow. What do we see here? What do we see here? What do we see here? We see another harmonic pattern at this level. Though it's not a perfect harmonic pattern, it's not a perfect harmonic pattern. A cipher is what I guess. Somewhere around. It's not a perfect harmonic pattern. So let's see how it works. Okay, this is the area where I'm expecting a reversal. So you can note down the levels: 36, 34, 638, 34, 575. And once this area is breached, this is the target. You can see again, this trend line will act as support. So mark the trend line like that. And that's it, guys. This is the analysis for the next couple of months. So enjoy and Happy New Year, everyone. I hope everyone will have a profitable year, and I wish all the best for the coming year. Thank you, guys. Good night.